Ladies and gentlemen, on March 11, 2011, at 2:46 p.m., a massive 9.0 earthquake struck just off the northeastern coast of Japan. This earthquake created a massive tsunami, the likes of which had not been recorded for centuries. This wave rushed toward the island, nearly the speed of sound, and crashed into the shoreline. The water rushed inward for miles, destroying homes, businesses, and lives. As the waves continued down the shoreline of Japan, they continued destroying cities and towns, and came across the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The waves rushed over a break wall designed to prevent this sort of thing from happening. The water went into the facility, waterlogged, short-circuited, and destroyed vital machinery needed to keep the plant functioning. A power outage ensued, and then what happened was, after the power outage, backup generators came online to keep the plants running. The only problem is, any other backup equipment was damaged. So after the 8-hour charge for the generators ended, the reactors began to melt on themselves. An evacuation was ordered, and the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant then became the worst nuclear disaster ever recorded. Sadly, this isn't the idea for a major blockbuster movie. This happened. It's real. And it could happen to us. There are over 100 nuclear reactors in the United States of America. Most of them are centered near the shorelines of our country, a place where tsunamis can happen. And many of them are put on fault lines, active fault lines, such as San Onofre in Southern California. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to inform you that the United States of America is unprepared for a nuclear disaster on the grounds that the effects of radiation on humans is misunderstood and largely unknown. The effects of radiation on animals and the environment is unknown and very misunderstood. And with the aging infrastructure and lack of attention to detail and education, America is on the edge of a nuclear disaster. Now, radiation in itself is a simple thing. It's the release of energy through a medium. What occurs naturally is an atom splits, some of its mass is converted into energy, and that's radiation. In a nuclear reactor, we do the same thing. But in a process that takes hundreds of thousands of years, we speed it up to 80. We fire a neutron bullet at a uranium atom. It splits, causes energy, and continues the reaction. It's the same process as a nuclear weapon, except a nuclear weapon occurs in the blink of an eye. This takes 80 years. The problem is the spent nuclear fuel lasts hundreds of years longer. Most Americans don't know about what radiation does to people, or humans for that matter. Most people say it causes cancer, which it does. But as seen by Farooq Devaraj in 2010 of his thesis for the Baghdad Science Journal, thyroid cancer is the main cause of cancer from radiation. What occurs is a radioactive form of iodine called iodine-131 enters the human body, goes to a small butterfly-shaped gland in your neck called the thyroid. This uses iodine to convert chemicals such as iodine and other elements into hormones that regulate body function. This happens, and then radioactive iodine-131 enters your body from food, water, even the air that you breathe after a nuclear incident. This causes cancer, large tumors, and problems, eventually leading to death. Regarding the environment, large I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry.
All right, give a round of applause. And okay, who said they were going to set up? Oh, Debbie's going to set up. Who wants to go out with Debbie?